W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of Rule Britannia by Daphne du Maurier, narrated by Sarah Lambie. Introduction. This is a Daphne du Maurier novel in disguise. In Rule Britannia's sardonic scenario for the 1970s, the United States administration sets up an alliance with the UK government over the heads of the British people and sends in the Marines to quell any troublemakers. But the authorities reckon without the truculence of the Celtic fringe. In a big house in Cornwall, between the spectacularly beautiful south coast and the clay mining country where Daphne du Maurier herself lived throughout her writing life, an eccentric ex-actress named Mad and her crew of adopted boys throw in their lot with the emerging Cornish resistance. Understandably, readers of Rebecca might fear that Rule Britannia will not transport them back to Manderley. Despite its dream opening, dangerous cliffs, dead bodies, and the slanting of the story through a young woman's eyes, all elements in common with Rebecca, Daphne du Maurier's last novel is indeed very different from the book that made her world famous. Her biographer, Margaret Forster, shows from her letters that she deliberately tried to write a lighter work than usual, one which takes the mickey out of everything. However, the novel she produced has more bite than she realised. She was closer to the mark when she called it mocking, its tone shifting from the funny and farcical to the bleak and bizarre. Her publishers were worried by the implausible plot, and many of her faithful readers were bemused. Yet what holds Rule Britannia together is its very absurdity, the bold concept of an 80-year-old actress in league with the locals, which combines in one last gloriously defiant statement both the theatrical environment of the writer's London childhood and the grand passion of her adult life, Cornwall. In the zany Cornish world of Rule Britannia, Peter Pan meets the Marines. Mad's cool and sensible granddaughter plays Wendy to Mad's Peter Pan, the lovable and exasperating fantasist who refuses to grow up. The killing of an American by an arrow loosed by one of Mad's adopted children, the act that winds up the tension to propel the plot, is a black parody of the lost boys winging Wendy as she approaches Neverland. But the reality of the Marine's murder marks Neverland's shocking end. This is Death in Arcadia. It works, in this oddly truth-telling book, as a reminder that Cornwall in the 1970s has to face its own realities.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?